right. We are good. We are live. Welcome to the Wrestling Pod. I am your host, Carlito Santiago, and today we are here to look at what went down on Raw. Sorry, I'm just out of it. On Raw after Survivor Series WarGames. If you guys are new to the channel or haven't already, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, drop a like, comment down below, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss a stream. On the heels of a not-so-blockbuster Survivor Series WarGames Premium Live event that saw Braun Breaker pin the World Champion CM Punk to win the namesake match for his team, Raw hit the Netflix airwaves on Monday night from the Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale, I hope I'm right about the Glendale, Arizona, with a show that Triple H said would be epic. Was it? Rhea Ripley and Io Sky cut a promo. See, on the heels of the victory in the Women's War Games, Rhea and Io kicked off Raw by announcing their intentions to finish their rivalry with the Kabuki Warriors. And to do so, they wanted to challenge for those women tag team titles. But the former champions aren't gonna let it go, because Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair interrupted and took exception and confronted the duo, collectively known as Riho, which we already know about a wrestler named that. We don't need to... Whatever. The former laid down the challenge for a match between the two later tonight, which Ripley and Io agreed. This was definitely just a average fucking promo. Like, this didn't do anything. What the fuck did this accomplish? And this is how we're starting Raw? Yeah, I'd like to take the exception to the epic part. Backstage, Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman approached Raw General Manager Adam Pearce about the Badass's victory over Punk in the War Games, insinuating that they will be looking for a shot at the world title. So, we got to kick off something fresh. Jey Uso and LA Knight, and this one felt a little bit good. Jey Uso and LA Knight rekindled their rivalry Monday night in the first semifinal match for the last time as now tournament. A back-and-forth match saw neither man able to hold an advantage for a sustained period of time, instead answering everything the other threw at them. Near falls ensued late, with Uso delivering a spear and Knight answering with a megaplex, but neither being able to keep the other down. So late, the former world champion hit an Uso splash on the Megastar, but when he tried for a pinfall, Knight shifted his weight and executed a crucifix roll-up by what it looked like, and scored the come-from-behind win, which that sentence should never come out of my mouth again. After the match, a dejected, frustrated Uso tore up the ringside area by, throwing the Prime bottle. God damn it, man. Drink some Prime. You need it. He tore up the ringside area. First hints of the downward spiral that not being world champion has caused. So, graded a B, and it was good for what it was worth. That ending, though, just... I think LA Knight didn't get his leg over the thing, so he had to fucking improvise. Whatever. Dominic Mysterio on the Judgment Day had a promo, and this was another one that I honestly think that this was... I'm going to have to change the grade to. See, Dominic Mysterio told the fans in Arizona that he is the greatest of his family, the king of the luchadors, the greatest IC champion of all time, which I beg to differ. He gave props to his Judgment Day teammates Finn Balor, Jamie McDonough, Roxanne Perez, and Raquel Rodriguez for helping him out Saturday night, and called out his main squeeze, Liv Morgan. "I'm back," Morgan exclaimed. She talked about missing Dom and her Judgment Day friends before turning her attention to rumors and speculation that the group is weak or falling apart. She said Judgment Day now runs Monday Night Raw and is coming for everything and everyone. So look out, Monday Night Raw. You got a big problem on your hands with Liv Morgan coming back. I don't think she's a real threat, but whatever. I think Roxanne and Finn Balor are planning something, though. Trying to kick these two out of the Judgment Day, maybe. Who knows? Morgan slaps Mysterio before jumping into her arms to close things out. Yeah, Liv Morgan coming back feels pretty good. For what it's worth, I mean, monsters pop for a return. A lot of people wanting to see her turn babyface and say "fuck you, Mysterio," and yeah. So this gets a downgrade. This only gets a downgrade by a minus. So this is a B minus to me. There's nothing that needed to what was this? No new challenger, no new fucking just a Liv Morgan return pop. Was this the epic moment you were talking about, Triple H? This was what was going to be epic. I don't think so. Didn't do anything. This next match, though, this gets a change of grade. See, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, desperate to regain the tag team titles, attacked from the opening bell. The champions weathered the storm successfully at first, but the New Day was able to take down Lee and isolate him from his future Hall of Famer teammate. But a hot tag to the Phenomenal One sparked the babyface comeback as Styles and Lee rolled. Late, with Kingston draped over the top rope, Lee came off from the top rope with a double stomp that projected the former WWE Champion off and into the waiting arms of his partner. Lee would then wipe out Woods on the floor for Styles to deliver the Styles Clash from there, successfully retaining their tag team championships. Honestly, if they're not going to be Dragons with style, they might as well be the Phenomenal Dragons. Hey, I mean, Adam Pearce is waiting for a tag team name, so I'm just throwing some shit out there. This honestly gets a B+. This gets a B+ for the action that we got. Their Styles and Lee are great as a tag team. And the New Day continue to be who they are. They're able to put stars like Lee over by making him look good. If that makes any sense. I mean, yeah, they really isolated Lee from most of the match, but Styles obviously being a former world champion and Kingston in his own right. We saw a vignette of Natalya training Maxine Dupree. Whatever. Backstage, Liv Morgan approached the women's heavyweight champion, Stephanie McKeer, and reminded her that she's back and that she's hinting that she'd be the next challenger for La Primera's title. Yeah. Good luck, Liv Morgan. The Vision cuts a promo. All of these, Jesus Christ, it's like we get promo, match, promo, match, promo. What are we doing here? So, still, I don't know what the fuck that word is, but still bragging following the Vision's victory at Survivor Series, Paul Heyman cut an impassioned promo shouting out every one of the members of his WarGame team before labeling Breakker the uncrowned World Heavyweight Champion. The badass said, "I'm upset by how easy it is to pin Punk." The second generation superstar cut an angry promo in which he vowed to tear Punk apart and beat him for the top prize of the Raw brand on January 5th on Netflix, the first show of the year. He threw down the microphone and stomped off, leaving his teammates behind. Graded an A, and you know what? Again, another fucking promo that establishes Breakker as a threat. I like that. Keep the grade. Keep the grade an A. It's passionate. It's there. Paul Heyman just kind of dragged it, but the moment that Braun Breakker took the microphone and fucking gave him the, bit to cut a promo and tear this promo apart, fucking yeah. And even use the word promo too. I think this is a great big moment for him. He had a chance to star on the mic and he made the most of it, showing the fire you want out of a top star. Yeah, that's true. So you know what? Keep the grade as an A. We moved on to our next semifinal match. Of course, our last semifinal match, Gunther versus Solo Sikoa. With a date against LA Knight in the finals of the last time as that tournament at stake. Gunther and Solo Sikoa squared off for just the second time in their careers, the first being their time in NXT. What ensued was a fight between two big, nasty competitors, and heels, mind you, each willing to beat the hell out of each other in the name of winning the match. So, you know what? For a heel versus heel match, I criticize it because who are you cheering for? But I gotta say, for what it's worth on this, not bad. This was not a bad fucking match. This was really good. Sikoa overpowered and steamrolled Gunther to the surprise of many, seizing control and entering the break. So we now kind of establish who we're going to be booing for. But after the commercial, the ring general answered his opponent's brute offense with chops, driving the air out of him. Back from another break, Gunther cut a running hip attack off with a lariat clothesline. When Sikoa back body dropped him out of a powerbomb, Gunther answered with another big clothesline. So late in the match, Gunther slammed Sikoa's hand on the ring apron, taking away his Samoan spike finisher. He also took out fucking Tonga at ringside. So back in the ring, with the referee momentarily distracted, the former world champion booted Solo low and delivered a powerbomb for the win. After the match, Knight confronted Gunther in the center of the ring, hyping up for next week's showdown between LA Knight and the Ring General. For a heel versus heel, this was good, and you can keep this fucking grade because that was impressive. And the moment you knew that Solo Sikoa kind of fucking steamrolled and overpowered Gunther, you knew who you were cheering for. You wanted to see Gunther prevail. I know a lot of you wanted to. Backstage, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee approached Adam Pearce and requested that they would want to defend their titles against the War Raiders. I like that, says Adam Pearce. The Raw general manager obliges. So yeah, we're going to keep this a grade A. Honestly, this is another match to go check out. This was really good. I don't so often hear me say, like, there's ever been a good heel versus heel, because I've always complained and fucking mentioned, like, it doesn't work. Heel versus heel doesn't work, because who the fuck are you cheering for? Who are you cheering for? So, now you get somebody who can fucking, now you get a match like this. And the moment you find somebody who can actually fucking, whoever tops over the bigger guy is basically the guy you kind of want to go for. And the bigger guy in this match was Solo Sikoa. So you wanted to cheer for Gunther. But we got our women's main event, our women's tag team match. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. The product of the opening promo, the main event pitting Charlotte and Bliss against Rio and Sky, was a competitive battle between two babyface tandems controlled by the former team into and out of the commercial break. A hot tag from Sky to Ripley sparked the team's comeback, and Saw Mommy flattened Little Miss Bliss with the Riptide and set the Genius of the Sky up for the over the moonsault. Flair broke up the pinfall just in time for the Kabuki Warriors to hit the ring and draw a double DQ. A beatdown ensued until Bayley and Lyra Valkyrie made the save, but from there Raquel, Lyra, Liv, I think they wanted to say Roxanne. From there, Raquel, Lyra, Liv arrived, attacking all of the babe. Actually, yeah. From there, Raquel, Roxanne, and Liv arrived to attack all the baby faces and standing tall to close out the show. So we didn't even get to find out who the fuck the mystery person was. And no, this grade does not get a B. This grade gets a C+. This did nothing other than hint at who's next in line for the women's tag team championships. Right? We got fucking nothing good from this. So don't say this Raw is going to be epic and not give me what I want. You had Adam Pearce in the back secretly send Eddie Caruto to go ask people if they know anything about the fucking Masked Man in the WarGames match. Like, what? We're not even going to see him? Like, during the Vision promo, you would think, like, oh, he'd show up. But no, nothing. And Logan Paul was out there, so I guess Logan Paul's part of the Vision now. This was not fucking epic. By any means. This was a boring fucking Raw with some good shit. Might I add. But what was the overall grade? Well, from Braun Breaker's big promo to Liv Morgan's return, the brilliant Gunther versus Solo match to Jay's crash out, this was a vast improvement on the premium live event from Saturday night and gave fans disenfranchised or unsatisfied with that show a reason to be hopeful as the company embarks on the road to WrestleMania 42. Well, I'm excited for WrestleMania 42. But if you think that, if you think this show gives me a reason to be hopeful, no. When your top man who sits behind the screens and watches this shit like I do, and watch the screen, and sees these, and then goes on a podcast or goes on a fucking, on his phone or on the internet and says, oh, this show's going to be epic. I expect you to follow up with what you say. I expect you to bring out epic. This was not epic. This was boring with some good parts. Don't get me wrong. I already stressed it. Braun Breaker's promo, perfect. Liv Morgan's return, great. Solo and fucking Gunther for a heel versus heel match, it was fucking good. And then Jay's crash out, yeah. And then everything else in between. That was bad. All you did was do what's called a roundabout, or it's called a roundabout show. You like a clock. You start and then you go all the way around until you reach that ending again, right? This was a roundabout show. They opened with a promo that led to the main event. The opening segment was the final segment of Raw. Without anything there. And do mind you, the reason they're doing Punk and Breakker on January 5th and not Saturday Night Main Event is because Punk right now is injured and he's dealing with grief. If you guys did not read, I want to share my condolences with you guys with Punk. I'm going to post it up right here right now. What was shown today, unfortunately, if you guys have not heard the news, CM Punk is hurt and grieving because CM Punk's dog, Larry, has unfortunately passed away. That is not Punk. Why am I like... I'm trying to look up Punk's fucking... But yeah, CM Punk's dog died. Larry has passed away. Fucking... This is very heartbreaking. So, again, they are very grieving. And I'm glad WWE fucking, posted that up. A lot of grief we're getting. So, yeah. CM Punk is hurt and grieving. That's why. CM Punk isn't medically cleared. But a building block show that reaffirmed who the key players will be, introduced others to the fray, and confirmed that the Judgment Day is in fact back. It was a win for the company that needed some positive momentum following an underwhelming extravaganza. But it wasn't epic. It was not epic. It was a good show, and for the grades that I changed, this can get a B. For what it's worth, it is a B. It can stay at a B. But, y'all, fucking, this was not epic. In no means capacity, so don't lie to your fans who are invested into this like I am. Because you're only going to drive me into the arms of a company that I don't want to be in the arms of. And you guys know what company that is. But what did you guys think of Monday Night Raw? Let me know in the comments down below. If there's anything you guys should go check out, I would say, for one, the Gunther solo match, which was great. I was able to catch it before I fell asleep. The Vision promo with Braun Breaker, cutting that passionate promo there. And the tag team title match between Dragon Lee and AJ Styles defending it against The New Day. If anything, you should go check out. Again, you guys can follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. Oh, of course, it's in the description of this. And again, like always, I will see you guys on Saturday. You will see Lewis on Friday for the football game. And you'll see me Saturday for SmackDown Summary. And you'll see me next week for the Raw review. Peace.